Hello children, today I am going to teach you a lesson from economics, that is story of village Palampur. Introduction. What is economics? The definition of economics is given here as economics is a social science concerned with the production, distribution and consumption of goods and services. It studies how an individual, business, government and nation make choices on allocating resources to satisfy their wants and needs. In this chapter, we will try to understand some basic concepts related to production through a hypothetical village called Palampur, where farming is the main activity. The village also has several other activities such as small scale manufacturing, dairy, transport, etc., carried out on a limited scale. So children, what is economics? Economics is a social science which teaches us how to manage ourselves within the limited resources. For explaining you this concept, we have taken an example of a village called Palampur. Palampur is a imaginary village, and here the activities taken are farming, transport, manufacturing, dairy products. But farming is the main activity of the villagers. Palampur. Palampur is fairly connected with well-developed system of roads, transport, electricity, irrigation, school and health center. This village has about 450 families belonging to upper caste and lower caste. The story of Palampur takes us through a different types of production activities in the village. In India, farming is the main production activity across villages. As we know that India is an agricultural country, so farming is the most important occupation of many Indians. Organization of production. So what is production? Utilizing raw material, giving some value addition to it, and then the result that we get is called production. The main aim of production is to produce goods and services which require four essential things. So what are those essential things? Land and other natural resources such as water, forest, minerals. All these are together taken to be land. Next is labor. The work we do is called labor. The third one is physical capital such as tools, machines, buildings, raw materials and money. Then the fourth point is entrepreneurship or the leadership. So there are four factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship or organization. A variety of raw materials are required for production such as the yarn used by the weaver and clay used by the potter. Money is also essential during production, and both of them in hand are called working capital. So what is working capital? The raw material or the money that is in the hand. In the hand means money is in the hand and raw material is in the godown. So that is called working capital. The fourth requirement is the knowledge and enterprise to be able to put together land, labor and capital. So leadership or the organization or entrepreneurship is the most essential requirement of production because it has the ability to bring together land, labor and capital. Farming in Palampur. Farming in Palampur can be discussed under the following headings. Land is fixed Is there a way one can grow more from the same land? Will the land sustain? How is the land distributed between the farmers of Palampur? Who will provide the labor? Capital needed in farming? Sale of surplus from the farm products. So, here we will discuss all the 7 points, and with these 7 points we will be able to get enough knowledge about the village Palampur. Land is fixed. What does it mean? We cannot increase or decrease the supply of land, but its form can be changed. That means a plain can be converted into depression, or a plain can be converted into a plateau land. In this way, its form can be changed. For Palampur, village farming is their main production, and the well-being of these people is related to production on the farm. There is a basic constraint in raising farm product because land area under cultivation is practically fixed. We cannot increase or decrease the supply of land, but to a certain extent some land can be proclaimed or reclaimed. Some of the wasteland in the village had been converted into cultivable land. So some wasteland is reclaimed and is converted into cultivable land. There is no further scope to bring new land under cultivation. Hence, farming in Palampur is limited and cannot be increased by bringing new land under cultivation. That means the land under cultivation cannot be increased. The farmers have to cope up with that limited supply of land under cultivation. Is there a way one can grow more from the same land? Yes, there are many ways. In rainy season, Kharif farmers grow jowar and bajra, followed by cultivation of potato between October and December. In winter, farmers grow wheat and a part of the land is devoted to sugarcane. Due to well-developed irrigation, farmer can grow 3 different crops. Electricity has transformed the system of irrigation. This means that in India, there is no problem of irrigation as it was earlier faced by Indian farmers. Farmers can grow more than one crop on the same piece of land. Green revolution introduced by Indian farmer to cultivate wheat and rice using high yielding varieties of seeds. So green revolution, it was just a boon to Indian agriculture. Hence, farmers in Palampur can increase their crops by following multiple cropping system and modern farming techniques. So modern farming technique means the techniques given by green revolution. Will the land sustain? As we know that supply of land is fixed. So if we do not use the land carefully or judiciously, naturally a time will come when land will be unproductive. So how long the land will sustain? Land being a natural resource, we must use it carefully. Modern farming methods have overused the natural resource base. Due to increased use of chemical fertilizer, soil lost its fertility. Natural resources like soil fertilities and groundwater are destroyed and it is very difficult to restore them. We must take care of the environment to ensure further development of agriculture, or else the land will not sustain in future. If we do not take care of the land in present in future we may suffer. How is land distributed between the farmers of Palampur? Land is important for any kind of farming. All the people engaged in agriculture do not have sufficient land for cultivation. In Palampur, about 1/3 of the 450 families are landless. Dalits have no land for cultivation. 240 families cultivate small plot of land less than 2 hectares in size. In Palampur, there are 60 families of medium and large farmers who cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. That means only 60 families have enough land for cultivation. Who will provide labor? So this is an important question. Who will provide labor? Landless people will provide labor. Small farmers cultivate their own lands if small pieces of land are available. Medium and large farmers hire laborers to cultivate their fields who come from landless families. Farm laborers have no right over the crops grown on the land. They are paid wages for their work, which can be cash or in kind. Wages vary from region to region, crop to crop, one farm activity to another. Farm laborers are employed on daily basis or for one particular farm activity like harvesting or for the whole year. Thus, in Palampur, laborers are provided by landless families or the families cultivating small piece of land. Capital needed in farming. This is again a very important situation. How to get the capital? Modern farming methods require a great deal of capital. Most small farmers borrow money from large farmers or the village money lender or the traders who supply various input for cultivation. The rate of interest on such loan is very high. The medium and large farmers have their own saving from farming. They are thus able to arrange for the capital needed. Thus in Palampur, small farmers are exploited by rich farmers and money lenders who charge high rate of interest on loans. Sale of surplus farm product. That means whatever is left after consumption, that is sold in the market. So who have the surplus? Is it the small farmers or the large farmers? Naturally, the large farmers have surplus. Small farmers have little surplus for sale because their total production is very small. Medium and large farmers retain a part of the crop for their family consumption and they sell the surplus in the market. A part of the earning is kept for buying capital for the next season. Thus in Palampur, small farmers have no saving and they borrow loans for the next season. From where do they borrow the loan? From the money lenders or traders. Non-farming activities in Palampur. Dairy farming. So these are the activities that are not related to cultivation of crops. Dairy farming. Other than agriculture, some people are engaged in dairy and the milk is sold in the nearby village. Small scale manufacturing in Palampur. People are engaged in small scale manufacturing which are carried out at home or in the fields. Small industries, it may be handloom or cotton industries, they are just organized in the villages. Trading. Traders of Palampur buy various goods from wholesale market in the cities and sell them in the village. General store in the village sell wide range of items like rice, wheat, sugar, tea, oil, biscuit, etc. That means items of daily use. Transport. Transport service include rickshaws, tonga, jeep, tractor, truck drivers, traditional bullock cart and bogie. They transport people and goods from one place to another and in return get paid for it. So apart from farming, these are the activities that are carried on by the village people. Thank you. Have a nice day.